Grab 5 4x4 frames from the Dollar Tree. Disassemble one of the 4x4 frames. Then remove the glass panel from the frame. Tear out a coloring book page featuring an abstract floral design. Place the image beneath the glass panel and trace selected portions of the design with a black puff paint. Continue adding design elements to fill the empty areas of the glass panel. Mix clear glue with acrylic paint, then use the mixture to color the design. Color in the design using multiple colors. Apply additional black puff paint to enhance the stained glass effect. Brush clear glue across the finished design to create a more realistic stained glass appearance. Place the glass back into the frame, reassemble it, and use glue to hold the pieces in place. Disassemble the remaining frames, remove the inserts, and secure each frame around its glass panel with glue. Place one of the frames as the base, apply glue to one side, and attach another frame vertically. Space and secure small tower game blocks to provide structural support. Apply glue to the top edges of each frame and then join 2 frames together at a tilt. That's it. I hope this inspires you to make your own mini greenhouse with stained glass accents using frames from the Dollar Tree.
We all have old frames kicking around, and today I want to show you how to use one to create something gorgeous for the window. To get the frame ready for this project, I'm going to go ahead and remove the paper mat as well as the glass. Now that the frame is ready and those things are removed, I want to paint it and give it a little bit of a makeover. I'm going to use this beautiful berry colored paint to give it a coat of paint and brighten it up. With the frame ready to go, it's time to work on the glass. I've gone ahead and cleaned it, and I want to tape off all of the edges. I'm going to use some painter's tape, line it up with the edge of the glass, and tape off all 4 sides. To create the picture in the middle of the glass, I've printed off a simple flower bouquet that looks really pretty. I'm going to attach it to the back of the glass so that you can see the flower through the glass at the front. Now it's time to trace the outline of the flower. I'm using some simulated liquid leading to outline the flower. I'm going to start by outlining the edges around the edge of the tape. This will give the piece a really authentic look when I'm done. I'm going to outline all 4 sides, but I'm just going to do 2 to start and then work on the middle. I want to go ahead and outline the major details of my flowers. I'm not going to worry about the little details inside them, but I just want the big picture. Now that I have the large flower in the center done, I'm going to start working on the other flowers and the leaves. Once I've got them each outlined with the simulated leading, I'm going to leave it all overnight to dry. With the faux leading nice and dry, I can remove the paper from the back, and now I have the perfect outline to fill in. I'm also going to take the tape off those edges. Now I'm ready to start creating that faux stained glass inside the design. To create that look, I'm just going to squeeze some clear glue into a small cup and add a little bit of paint. You can do this in whatever color you'd like. The paint's going to add a beautiful tint to the glue. I've gone ahead and pre-mixed some other colors that I know I'm going to want. Now it's time to fill in the design. I'm using small little artist's brush to fill in the sections with the glue and paint mixture, and I'm going to fill them all in. Now that I'm finished doing all of the colored areas, I want to fill in the clear area around the pattern. This is going to make it look really nice like stained glass as well. I'm going to fill in that area with just clear glue. When that glue dries, it's going to give it a ripply effect. Now that everything is dry and ready to go, I'm going to pop the glass back into the frame and put it in my window. I absolutely love how pretty this faux stained glass looks in the window. It was such an easy project, and for the cost of a bottle of glue and an old frame, you just can't go wrong. I hope this has inspired you to give it a go and make your space a little more colorful.
The next time you're at Dollar Tree, make sure you head to their frame section and grab some of these gold frames. And I'm going to begin by removing the backing and then taking out the matte border as well as the cardboard, so I have just the glass and the frame. I'm then going to come in with some wire cutters and I'm going to pull out the black tabs that keep the backing on and remove those as well. Then I'm going to take out the glass and I'm going to come with some E6000 and I'm going to glue the glass inside the frame. So I just go all around the frame with the glue and then I place the glass back inside to glue it in place. Once I've done all my frames, I'm then going to come and take 8 of the frames and I'm going to glue 2 of them together. So 8 frames total, glued 2 together. And I do this by using the same E6000, making sure I flip it over and wipe away any excess glue that oozes out in between. And then I'm going to clamp them together and I'm going to let this set overnight. I was noticing when I placed the clamps on the frames to clamp the two together, they did kind of raise up and bow up at the corners there. So I just placed some heavier objects on top to keep them flat and straight while they were setting. I came back the next day, removed all my heavy objects that I placed on top, and then as well removed the clamps from all the frames. And these frames are really solid glued together here. Then I'm going to take the remaining 2 frames that are not glued to any other frames, and I'm going to lay them out here on how I'm going to glue this together. So I'm going to glue all the sides and then I'm going to just raise them up here and build a rectangular shape. So 2 frames on each end and then the 2 that are glued together for the sides. Again, after I've done this, it is standing, so we don't need to clamp it, but I am going to let this set overnight again, making sure that the glue is really solid. Once it's set, you can see here I can move it around. It is completely solid. It does not move. It's not flimsy. And then I'm just going to come in and finish it up with a nice A-frame top with my remaining 4 frames. And then I'm going to just connect them together into an A-frame shape and letting that set as well overnight. Then, when I am finished, here is my project. It is a beautiful terrarium that I can use to place my potted plants, and I like the sides open on the A-frame part so that I can just stick my sprayer in there and water my plants as need be. This is a decorative little elegant house for me to store my houseplants, and now I have one of those gorgeous A-frame terrariums that you see at high-end decor stores that I made for as little as under $10 and the cost of some glue. I really hope that you enjoyed this project. Thank you so much for tuning into Hometalk, and we'll see you on another video.
I've always loved how stained glass lights up a window. So today I'm making my own version using puffy gel paint and some simple supplies. Next, I secured my sketch underneath a piece of glass. Tape it down so it doesn't shift while you're working. This will help you get cleaner lines. Now it's time for the black puffy paint outline. You can use any design you like. Flowers, leaves, or even abstract shapes. Go slow and steady here. The lines should be thick enough to contain your colors later. Try to hold the bottle almost upright and lightly drag it along the glass. This gives you better control and helps avoid wobbly lines. While that dries, I'm using Elmer's glue and some alcohol inks. They're super vibrant and give that stained glass feel. Now, carefully fill in your outlines. I like using a toothpick to guide the color into all the corners. Take your time and make sure you get the right color in the right section. I filled my image in with green, yellow, and blue to make sure my flower really pops later. Keep working in smaller sections so the glue doesn't dry before you're done blending. So far, it's looking great. When it's all filled in, carefully lift it from the glass and let it dry completely. Once it's dry, you're left with this beautiful homemade stained glass decor, perfect for a sunny windowsill.